Let's begin with some easiest topic from which we're starting when we trying to know more about Java and programming in general. In programming, the most known topic is OOP principles or object-oriented principles. And when we're starting to talk about these principles, the first thing we need to do or think about is abstraction. What abstraction is, how we can describe it, and what is abstraction related to programming. In our life, when we say abstraction, it's something that we cannot see, that we cannot visualize, that we cannot touch or describe. It's not something specific like, for example, it's not I don't know, when we, for example, get some mobile phone in our hands, we say that it's iPhone 13. It's something that we can see. We know the characteristics. We know the parameters. We know how to describe the camera, the quality. We know all the parameters, and we can say numbers. We can provide some specifics, details. But when we talk about abstraction, we cannot say some specific details. We can provide only abstractions. So when we talk about mobile phone, if we provide some abstraction, we may say, for example, our phone will contain some camera. Not one camera, for example, two cameras, frontal camera and back-end camera. If we're talking about phone, in abstraction, we can say, for example, it will have a microphone, but we not specify exact microphone. I don't know. We not provide the specifics, we not provide the details. And each abstraction in the low level will contain some implementation. I may provide some more basic example, like, for example, in general, we may say about the class or abstraction animal, or, for example, abstraction human. If we say about abstraction animal, we know that each animal may, for example, breathe. It's like functionality or interface. Each animal has eyes, legs, for example. But, for example, not each animal can breathe under the water, for example. Yes? So when we're talking about some main abstraction, like animal, we may specify only a general things, like only a general things. And when we go down, we may say about, okay, as a subclass, we will have class fish. It can also be abstraction. So because we have a lot of species, we have a lot of fish types, right? And for example, not each fish can eat another fish, can hunting in general, right? So and fish can also be abstract class, but in the lowest level we will have realization of this class. So okay, another example is human, for example, right? It can be abstract. So each human, for example, have arms, have legs, yes, have eyes. Also has some specific interfaces like can see, can hear, or any different things. And if we're talking about realizations, it can be woman, and can be man. And each of these types may contain some specific parameters, some specific details. You know what I'm talking about. So abstraction, it's everything about it, I think. For me, it should be clear. I hope for you also.